Hi guys, welcome back. So you're thinking of moving to Burlington. In this video today, we're going to take you inside the computer and show you around everything you need to see on a Google map so that you can get a good idea about the particular neighborhood known as North Burlington. Without further ado, let's get going and start into breaking down the neighborhoods. So you can kind of see what we're going to start to do is break down what is known as North Burlington and the different types of neighborhoods. I will draw it out to start off with. North Burlington is basically broken up into three different neighborhoods. Millcroft is number one. Number two is Headon Forest. And then number three is Palmer and Tansley Woods. Okay, kind of break it down and show you what you guys need to know about these particular neighborhoods. Okay, so we're going to start at Appleby and Dundas. Millcroft runs west of Appleby, and as you head south of Upper Middle, it turns into Tansley. And as you come across Mainway, right, to Guelph Line, all right, that's Palmer, and then scoots over kind of the 407, and then over into Dundas there. So Headon Forest, Millcroft, and then Palmer and Tansley Woods, all right? What an awful picture. But anyways, we're going to start off with Millcroft. It's basically on the north end. Millcroft was built about 30 years ago, built surrounding the infamous Millcroft Golf Club. You'll see a lot of greenery around here. There's a number of things in the area that are named after it. So obviously Millcroft Park Drive and the Millcroft Plaza, which is home to many establishments, including an LCBO and Beer Town, a Metro store, all kinds of things there. So let's just draw it out here so you can kind of see where the parameters really are for Millcroft and everything like that. So Dundas up to Appleby and down to Upper Middle, and then cuts right across Upper Middle again to Walker's Line, and then right up Walker's Line. Okay, so that's the area known as Millcroft. We're going to clear out that and then kind of narrow it in so we can kind of have a look at the schools and the different parks and everything like that that are included inside of Millcroft Park there. So you'll see below here. I mean, well, you'll see right across here. You'll see Charles Boisdin Public School, which is an elementary school. You'll see Florence Mears at the other end of the neighborhood, and then you'll see the Sacred Heart of Jesus Catholic School and St. Malby Catholic Elementary School as well in this neighborhood. You'll see several parks in the neighborhood, basically many of them surrounding Millcroft Park. Burton Park is another one where there's a soccer field, things like that, playground. You can kind of see the Millcroft Golf Club runs right along the whole neighborhood. Has got a number of the green space that kind of cuts Millcroft in half, and everything like that. So you see that, and you can also see Taywood Park here on the upper northeast side of the neighborhood here. Okay. All right. So we've reviewed parks and we've reviewed schools and talked a little bit about the Millcroft Golf Club and its importance inside of this neighborhood as well. Restaurants, we kind of spoke about Beer Town. There's a number of restaurants in the Millcroft Plaza, along with an LCBO and a beer store. Metro is here and everything like that. And then there's a few establishments right up here on the northeast side of the neighborhood, in a Sunset Grill and Starbucks and things like that. All right. On that note, let's move over to Headon Forest. So Headon Forest was developed a little bit sooner, in the late 80s, I'm going to say, in the mid to late 80s. It's a family-friendly neighborhood, really, that is surrounded by, Walker's Line runs up to Guelph Line on the east-west side, and then Dundas and Upper Middle. So really snugged up against Millcroft, and it gets its name from the primary road that runs right through it, Headon Road. There is a number of schools in this area. St. Timothy's in terms of elementary and Catholic schools. So St. Timothy's Elementary. It's also got a Catholic secondary school, Notre Dame Secondary School, on the northwest side. And it also has to St. Paul's the Apostle Church, kind of in the heart of Headon Forest. So moving over to parks that are contained inside of Headon Forest here. Ireland Park is really one of the biggest parks in all of Burlington. It's got baseball fields, soccer fields. It's got a football stadium that that's associated with Notre Dame because it's really backed onto Notre Dame Secondary School. You've also got Newport Park, Pine Meadow Park as well, just down on the southwest side of Headon Forest. So I was talking about Headon Road, and you also got Headon Forest Drive here that break up the neighborhood and is kind of centered around the name of Headon Forest and everything like that. So, all right, let's move on to Palmer and Tansley Woods. So Palmer and Tansley were kind of built at different times, but really snug up against each other. And that's the reason why we kind of put them together. They run from pretty well Appleby over to Guelph Line and are split right in between by Walker's Line. Palmer's was developed mid to the late 80s, and then Tansley has really been developed in the last 20 years or so. But Tansley's a little bit of a smaller neighborhood, and it's kind of almost an extension of Palmer. They're surrounded along that corridor of Walker's Line. There's a number of condominium complexes and things like that separate the detached homes from Tansley Woods and in Palmer and everything like that. Again, in Palmer, you'll see that Palmer Drive really runs from one end of the neighborhood into the other, or to the other. Let's have a look at the schools that are in there. On the Catholic side, excuse me. On the elementary is the Canadian Martyrs, and on the public side, you'll see that people are brought into other neighborhoods and everything like that. Let's just have a look here at the parks. Palmer Park is the predominant park in the neighborhood, where they have soccer fields, and I believe they've got baseball fields there as well. The Mainway Recreation Center has got an ice rink there, and it also hosts many gymnastics tournaments and things like that as well. And then into Tansley Woods, they've got a Tansley Woods Park, which has got as well soccer fields, playgrounds, and some great trails that run right through it there and everything like that. Let's have a look at and run through some of the restaurants that surround these neighborhoods here. All right, the Judge and Jury, the infamous Judge and Jury. Great fish and chips, actually probably the best fish and chips that I've had, I get from the Judge and Jury. They're fantastic. Jersey's Bars and Grill, Rust Bistro, okay, just up at the north end of Tansley and, it's into Tansley, but kind of on the border of Tansley and Palmer. What else do we got here? I've never been to Karaoke Lounge, but the Judge and Jury, I mean, it's really got some very good restaurants in this area. But you also got the Tin Cup over here as well. Really good eatery, great casual dining food and everything like that. All right, so from that end there, I'm going to sign off here and just say thank you. I'm hoping that this was helpful to you. It would be great to see you visit our channel. Our contact information is in the description right below. We love getting calls and texts and emails sent, and are always happy to help. So if you do have any questions relating to Burlington or any of the surrounding areas or any of the neighborhoods in Burlington, we'd love to help, and we'd love to help you make a smooth move to Burlington. Until the next time, thanks for watching.